This conversation starts calm and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. What do you got for me, Erica?
I have a question for
Oh,
you.
okay.
I know, like you just spoke to the other caller, and you've mentioned in your other videos that a woman, once she hits 30, she essentially hits the wall. I'm
hmm
wondering, as a woman who's 29, who's getting up there in age, what should be like my age target in
Okay.
men? And should I begin to start dating men with children?
Well, first of all, let's explain what the wall is. It's not Kevin. It's a biological term that
Okay.
strictly deals with a woman's fertility. And you
Okay.
know, science today says women 35 plus are at higher risk for uh, certain issues during pregnancy and afterwards. That's where that term, the wall, comes from. But a woman
Mhm.
29 years old, and do you have any children?
I don't have any
All right.
children.
Well, it's best to get men with no children. Why date men with children if you don't
Okay.
have to? Um, question is, do you want to be married?
I do want to be married. I've actually called into your show once
Okay.
before and we had like a really good conversation. I do want to be married. And I think I was the person who called with that question about this physician, this radiologist I was dating.
Oh yeah, like in
Um,
the Bay Area.
I
Mm-hmm.
Correct. I do have an additional question for you regarding him. So I found out he actually has a small son who is 6 years
Okay.
old. Um, and I did go out on a date with him actually very recently. And we, after the date, we kind of hugged. I gave him a little peck on the cheek. And obviously, I'm a darker skinned woman, so my makeup would, of course, is going to
Right.
be, my skin tone. The following day, he made a comment. He said, by the way, like it was such a great time last night, but your dark makeup got on my face. And I got like, I found that, to me, I see that as racist. And like, I wonder, like, these men who pay the cost to be the boss, like, do I have to just kind of um, hold my tongue with a guy like that just because he's a man of
Okay.
means
Let,
and
let's
not
let's
like
back up.
see
Is he
something?
black?
Like, no, he's actually
Okay.
Latino.
Well, you asked multi-level question. And number one,
Yeah,
um,
sorry.
seeing it as racist. Um, it's an intercultural difference. There will always be there. Um, Latino women don't typically wear the color of makeup black women do. So
Correct.
he has no sensitivity to that. And as a
Mhm.
chocolate sister, that's you can just imagine that times 10 for his people.
Yeah.
There's going to be a learning
Yeah.
curve there. That's number one. Number two,
Mhm.
um, these men who can pay the cost to be the boss, do you have to be talked down to and abused? No. There's still room for assholes. Just
Yeah.
um, paying the cost to be the boss does not mean you get to be a tyrant. It's more of a benevolent
Yeah.
dictator, which is that's a good thing. There's a let me see, give you some pop culture. There's a show on Netflix called it was a show called Marco Polo. I don't know if you ever watched that. Okay, a benevolent dictator is something like benevolent dictator says a lot of the same things a tyrant would say, but they say it in a way in which you want to do it. The outcomes are still the same. Case in point, let's say you're dating a brother. The chances of a brother saying the same thing to you are greatly reduced because he's not. It's not uncommon to
Mhm.
have a sister who has makeup on rub off on you.
Mhm.
He wouldn't have been as shocked because whatever. But let's say he would have said something. You wouldn't have necessarily had the same level of recoil from him either. Um,
Correct.
now, as far as paying the cost to be the boss, assholes are assholes. Um, you met him online, right?
Correct. We met
All right. In
online.
his profile, did he announce up front that he had children?
He did not. And I was very shocked to find out on our first date. To be honest, he didn't openly give this information. I kind of had to
Does
dance
he
around and
often
ask
date black
questions.
women?
I don't know. I don't know. And that's a question I wanted to ask, but I suspect no, but he's a darker skinned
Ah,
Latino. He almost
too many red flags for me. Nope.
okay. Okay.
Look,
Yeah.
man, my boys, Blake Henry, ain't got no reason to lie.
Okay.
He got no reason to lie. And not disclosing children, I just don't deal with deception.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not one of these, gotta marry black, this or that. But look, being a darker skinned sister,
Mhm.
you don't want to be a fetish.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I don't like is the not disclosing.
Yeah.
Because did you ask these questions?
I mean, I didn't ask. Typically, I mean, most men, especially online, they really just they offer this information up. So
Well, and that's why I got to hold you down. You got to okay. If you're the woman that called, you got to be, in my opinion, if you're working with me and a matchmaker, I would just tell you, you need to be honest with what you want. Write it down. This is what I want.
okay.
You need to narrow that pool as much as possible. So because here's what you don't need. Here's what, ladies and gentlemen, this is what none of you need, in my opinion. You don't need the emotional baggage of these kind of interactions. It'd have been better to not have this.
Yeah.
Than all these questions. Better to just watch reruns of Law and Order or some shit.
Yeah.
That would mean, because now it's like, well, did he mean this? Did he mean that? You're asking yourself far too many questions. And my initial sense of it is this guy. Men who are looking for wives move differently than men who are looking for summer love. I put it that way. Are you working with a matchmaker?
I'm not working with the matchmaker, but I hope to soon.
I would say this: stop the drinks, casual interactions. Cool. Stop. I would stop and start going with a matchmaker. In my opinion, because you're 29. The closer you get to writing down what it is you want and making sure you can deliver on the things that a man like that would want, will help the matchmakers do their jobs more effectively.
Got it.
That's where, if you were my biological sister or something, that would be advice I would give you.
Okay.
So yeah, best of luck with your
Got
cute
it.
self. Too bad I don't
Thank you,
live in that.
Kevin.
Too bad I don't live in that Bay Area, boy.
Thank you, Kevin. Kevin, before you go, any other advice?
Well, look, again, knowing what it is you truly want will help you, because you strike me as a person who does not want to offend people. You don't want to say the wrong thing, which you have the homemaker kind of Gidget vibes. All right, good. Be upfront, know what it is you're looking for. So when the kind of guy who's looking for those things, you can help him find you sooner, instead of trying not to offend this guy or guys like this. Y'all don't seem like y'all on the same page.
Got it. Okay.
Got
Thank
it?
you, Kevin.
All right,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, she's cute. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Wow. All right, guys, I got to get up for here. It's almost 1 o'clock. That was a long stream. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't mind people. I mean, I've had men call in twice. It depends on why you're calling in. I did tell her to follow up with me too. So, yeah, guys, at the end of the day, going in with 100% mindset is always going to be better for you. Better for you, better for the men in which you work with, better for your outcomes, regardless as to what you choose to do with or whoever. I could care less. Stay single to the rest of you, to the day you die, or get married and have 11 kids. Whatever. 100% mindset benefits men, period. Women, hypergamy. You know what I say? It's good to be hypergamous. Good. You got to be able to deliver on that hypergamy. But 100% men, I tell you this, your hypergamy will never match our ambition. Never. I don't know any woman that has hypergamy to go to the moon, but we got there. Until the next time, We are out of here.
What makes this call interesting isn't drama, it's timing. She's 29, no kids, educated, wants marriage. That's actually a strong position to be in, but you can hear the anxiety creeping in. She's treating 30 like a countdown clock instead of a checkpoint. When she asks about the wall, Kevin Samuels clarifies something important. It's about fertility risk increasing after 35, not some magical expiration date at midnight on your 30th birthday. The real issue isn't age 29, it's direction. Now let's talk about the radiologist in the Bay Area. On paper, strong candidate, high income, educated, intentional enough to go on a real date. But then 2 red flags pop up. First, undisclosed child. That's not small. If a man is serious about marriage, he leads with structure and transparency. You don't dance around a 6-year-old son. That omission signals either avoidance or casual intent. Second, the makeup comment. She immediately labeled it racist. Kevin reframed it as cultural difference. That distinction matters. Intercultural dating comes with learning curves. The question isn't, did he offend me? The question is, was there malice or ignorance? Those are 2 different things. But here's the bigger takeaway. She doesn't like confrontation. She doesn't want to offend. She hesitates to ask direct questions. That personality trait becomes dangerous in dating because marriage requires clarity. Kevin's advice was strategic. Stop freestyle dating. Get structured. Define what you want in writing. Use a matchmaker. Narrow the pool. Because random drinks and chemistry won't screen for values, transparency, and long-term intent. At 29, her leverage isn't fading, but her margin for confusion is shrinking. If she wants a clean slate marriage, she should date men without children. If she wants intercultural, she must prepare for differences. If she wants high-level men, she needs high-level communication. The real message wasn't, "You're running out of time." It was, "Stop drifting." Clarity now prevents regret later.